We've all read the book. We've all read the last page. It ends with a Democratic majority. It ends with Joanna McClinton as Speaker. We're all excited for that. Let's not put off what we all know is the inevitable. Let's get to do the people's business.
That's Matt Bradford, Appropriations Chair for Democrats. He might be right that the book is going to end with Joanna McClinton, but how we get there is a page turner because we got some things going on. The body's in the chamber on January 3rd. The majority, you don't have to have 102, it's just the majority of who's in the chamber on January 3rd. That will be Republicans, 101 to 99.
If you have perfect attendance. So it's going to come down a little bit to attendance.
It's inauguration day. Everybody's going to be there, okay?
Well, things can happen.
They get sworn in. Yeah, hopefully no one has a car accident coming to the Capitol, but it's swearing in day. Everybody will be there.
Voters elected 102 Democrats. Voters want a Democratic majority. 3 seats have been vacated due to death and ascending to other offices. However, the Pennsylvania voters have spoken. These seats are not competitive. They're going to be won by Democrats.
One of them might be. Tony DeLuca's seat might be competitive. We'll see.
I think it's a 65%.
Carrie Lewis Del Rosso lives in
she
it
just did
and may
so
run.
well last month with Mastriano in the ticket.
She did well when she knocked off Dermody 2 years before that.
So what's clear here is this is a very inauspicious start for Joanna McClinton, the state rep from Philadelphia, who leads the House Democrats. Like every Philadelphia politician, you scratch beneath the surface. They really want to be a Philadelphia ward boss, and that's what she did this past week. She whisked in a judge from Delaware County to do her secret swearing in with only her mom present and a photographer. We learned about it not in a schedule. Being sworn in as majority leader is a big thing. We only learned about it afterwards in a press release and a tweet. That is not the way you start transparent government.
I think it was the only option that she had, knowing that Republicans are organizing to steal the gavel from her in the short term.
They're not going to steal the gavel if they have more people there.
Well, and I do think strategically she wanted to set those special elections is what the action she wanted to take for February 7th. Otherwise, you have to wait until January. It's 2 months after that, potentially. It's running into March. So she wanted to be able to set the special elections.
The Democrats are already showing they don't know how to be in the majority.
You're too young to get this reference, but to many people, it appeared like LBJ in the back of Air Force One, who's got a Bible, who's swearing somebody in. There was a legitimate crisis there.
Yeah.
Not a legitimate crisis here. It's something you want, but it's not a crisis, and it just feels awkward to a lot of people.
I think we're going to have a crisis of representation in Allegheny County, though. All 3 of those seats that were vacated were in Allegheny County. If we let that linger and fester until the Republicans think about how long they're going to steal the majority, I mean, these people are not going to have any representation in Harrisburg. There are a great number of session days in January and in February.
What's the practical implication of, them having leadership for a couple of weeks, which what it appears will happen? As Matt Bradford said, we know how this story's ending, but there are a couple of constitutional amendments that Republicans want, some of which Democrats don't. It needs to pass one more session to then go to the voters.
Right.
In that period, could they be pushing that through, which wouldn't get pushed through by Democrats?
Right. I think that's very alarming. You have to consider what extreme legislation the Republicans want if they're going to go to these kinds of measures to steal the gavel for 4 weeks. They have a very popular Governor Shapiro who's come in with, a big win. He's not going to sign the extreme bills that they want. They teed up a couple of really radical constitutional amendments at the end of last session. If they pass again, they go on the ballot.
Lieutenant governor is not chosen by primary, it's chosen by the governor nominee.
There are 4
which Josh Shapiro did, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. One of the people who resigned this week from the State House, Lieutenant Governor-elect Austin, he would not have done that without buy-in from his running mate and boss, Governor-elect Shapiro. Secondly, House members, I'm told, get paid on December 1st.
They do.
And he served for 7 days and got a full month's salary. So I think the question that needs to be answered, will he and the other state rep who just resigned, Summer Lee, who's going to Congress, are they going to give that 3 weeks of money back, or are they going to just abscond with it? Again,
I think they get paid bi-weekly, so they're not stealing months of...
I am told by a former state rep
that
they get paid December 1st for the entire month. So they owe money back.
Okay.
And I hope they give it back.
So there's lots of questions. That's not even the biggest of the questions as we proceed forward into January 3rd. As we've been saying for a couple of weeks, pay attention because it's going to be interesting. Stay here, though, and pay attention because we've got much more this week in Pennsylvania right after the break.